So in this tutorial, we're going to talk about the lab, which is this tab right here inside Amz-Scraper. So what we do is if we find good items and we like them, we can add them to the lab. And one of the things we could do is in the product viewer, if we hit save the lab and we hit save the lab, it will actually move that product to the lab tab right here. And this is kind of where we can get a big picture overview of the item before we upload it. So here is a short kind of picture of the item, the seller of the item, the title, and the ASIN. Here's the BSR, and if we hover our mouse over it, it shows us some other stats, which are very good. The source company. So as you can see, this is the source company we're using is Walmart. The seller price, the lowest price, and my price. So if the lowest price, so if you look right here, see the lowest price is $144.96. If my price was going to be a penny lower, so I'd be the cheapest one, which has a higher chance of me getting the buy box in sales, because the cost of the item is $149.99, I'd be losing $7.28 in profit every time I sell it. So I probably don't want to list this item. Or I actually could list it, but it wouldn't be profitable because based on the formula I've set inside Amz-Scraper of, I need to make profit on it, I wouldn't be the lowest seller, or probably anywhere close to the lowest seller, so I probably wouldn't get sales. This item looks promising though. Let's look at this. The lowest price of this item is $69.77. If I list it at $69.77, I'd be making $7.10 on it. Well, that's pretty good. This is a good item to list. So what we could do is we could click this and we can do a couple things. The first thing is we could always delete the item, right, if we don't like the item. So like this item right here, let's just delete that item. We don't want the item. Yeah, we want to delete that. Now this item right here, we could do a couple things. We could first of all change the seller price. We could change the seller price. So we could undercut the seller by, so this is like the sellers on Amazon. We can undercut the cheapest seller by like 0.01. Or another thing we could do is we could undercut the lowest, the lowest price by 0.01. So this undercuts a specific seller. This undercuts the lowest price. We could increase, we could decrease, or we could just set it to a standard price. I generally like to do undercut lowest by 0.01. My guess is that's what you'll be using too. The other thing is, so we could do that, and then once we do that, we hit list item. We hit list item, and now we're going to set these things right here. So the first thing is we could do the shipping template. Which shipping template do we want to use? Now, the migrated template is a template that I have inside Amazon that I actually uploaded in Amz-Scraper. You could always do an Amazon default or a custom one, but this will generally be probably a template you already have. The shipping delay time. I'd recommend starting off at 5. To get a little bit more aggressive, I like to put it at 3 to 4. But it's generally good to start it off at 5, but by all means, you could definitely put it at 3. This is like how many days. This is how many days before we're going to ship the item. So just as kind of an advanced tip, to get the buy box on Amazon, having one of the lowest prices, having the lowest priced item helps. Or having your item be about 1 to 2% near the price of the lowest seller on Amazon helps you get the buy box. Another thing that will help you get the buy box is the shipping time. If you can essentially, seller number 1 has the item at $100 on Amazon, but they say it's going to take 14 days to get the item to the customer. If you price your item at $101, but you say it's instead of 14 days like the other seller, it's only going to take you 9 days to get it to the seller or to get it to the customer, then the chance of you getting that can help you get the buy box because Amazon's all about caring for the customer. So even though you're not the cheapest seller, they see value in the fact that you can get it to the customer sooner. Now, So that's why it's generally 1 to 2% within the cheapest price. You can generally still get the buy box. The flip side of this is you don't want to, the expectation for the customer can't be stretched, or at least stretched too far. Like if you tell the customer you can get if you say you can tell the customer you can get the item to the customer in 9 days, and you can, that's great. You could change this. But if it's really going to take you 14 days to get the item to the customer, and you say, oh, well, I'm going to say I'm going to get it to the customer in 2 days, just so I can manipulate this even more and get another check in Amazon's algorithm to give me the buy box, so I have a stronger position in that one metric. Well, if you say you're going to get it to the customer in 2 days, but it's really going to take you close to 10 to 14 days, that will cause massive issues in your store. I mean, you'll get A to Z claims. You'll probably get your account shut down. So that's why I say like 5-day delivery is good. We generally get all of our items fulfilled the same day. So I'm okay like stretching it a little bit, but I would never do like a shipping delay of like 1 day, right? So just as kind of some advanced training on that. The quantity, how many of these items do you want to have listed in your store? I usually do 5 to 10. 10's totally fine though. And then this is the standard repricing strategy that I have. I like to beat the minimum profit by 9.5%. You could change this though. You could change this from a percent to a dollar amount. So maybe on this item you want to make at least, maybe you don't care as much about the percent, but if you make at least $5 profit on this item, you're good. You could do preserve profit, profit markup, beat lowest price, and then don't reprice at all. So once you do all these things and you add any notes, you can hit list. What list will do is this will list the item and have Amz-Scraper start monitoring it for repricing and then out of stock. At the same time, it will also, Amz-Scraper will upload this item to your Amazon store. So when you upload it inside Amz-Scraper, you don't have to upload it to Amz-Scraper and then upload it also inside your Amazon store. You upload it inside Amz-Scraper. Amz-Scraper will then automatically upload it into your Amazon store so you can start making money. And that's that, guys. That is the lab.